much more reserved. Why the difference? Is one church right while the other one is lost, or can we worship in many different ways?
I think, look, if I run an electric current into your hands, chances are you will jump around.
Right.
You might fall on the floor. You might, be shot. All right. But if the current is flowing through you, you don't necessarily have these reactions. So a lot of heat in a conducting material means that there's a blockage in there. If there's conductivity, you don't want heat in your wires or heat in your electric appliances. You want the current to flow, and you want the machine to work and to function. So a lot of these emotional outbursts that you see are people, the flesh actually responding against the spirit. The spirit comes and bang, instead of flowing. But different strokes for different folks. God's got a whole panoply of spiritual experience. The big thing is what's in your heart. God is a spirit. Those that worship him worship in spirit and in truth. And whether it's the Westminster Confession or whether it's the Articles of the Episcopal Church or whatever it is, God is looking for somebody to worship in spirit and in truth. All right, real quick.
Amen. All right, Robert writes, the King James Bible says a woman can remarry if her husband is dead without being an adulteress. What kind of dead? Dead in the spirit? A non-believer, an atheist, blasphemer, a hater of God is dead in the spirit. Why must a godly married woman have to spend a lifetime with a man that is dead in the Lord? The Bible doesn't say dead as in not breathing, but just dead.
Well, you are too smart by half. Dead means physically dead. It doesn't mean spiritually dead or, inattentive or doesn't know how to cook or any of that. That's not dead. Dead is dead. And if your spouse, and it also is not talking, it says if an unbeliever, that's anybody dying. Of course, if an unbeliever you're married to and he's pleased to depart, let him depart. The brother or sister is not bound in that case. That's called a Pauline privilege. But you married this guy. I'm sorry, you married him. I didn't marry him. Lenny didn't marry him. You married him. You made a decision.
Dead is dead.
Huh?
Dead is dead.
Well, I know.
Not just spiritually dead.
You can't come out and say, well, now that I've been married for 20 years, I realize this clown is too much. I think what you need to do is pray that the Lord will get his hand on him. The two of you maybe even go to counseling.
Called it as a
if
clown.
it's an abusive relationship, you don't have to necessarily live in that abusive relationship. But it also doesn't mean you can get remarried. And so there are a lot of little tricks along the way, which I can't go into right now. But the biggest thing is pray for your husband. Pray that the Lord will revive his heart and that he will come alive in the Lord. Because, if you love the Lord, you want everybody else to know him. And you certainly want your loved ones, those close to you, to know him. Okay, thank you for those questions. We get some tremendous questions.
Don't we? I just love them. They're fascinating and great answers, as always.
Okay.
Well, we will be back with more of the 700 Club right after this.